Fatti catturare. 1, 2. Dio santo. La fa. La fa. Zappa, perché mi odi? Perché mi odi, Zappa?
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Wait, we are going a little too fast. Your question will be, who are you? And what is a Nigel lock? Well, amici chicos, my name is Nigel Di Vera and today I'm here to present you the Nigel Lock! A Nigel Lock is like a Nuzlocke but with 4 more additional rules. But in general it's, I can only catch the first Pokemon I encounter for route, I have 2 nicknames every Pokemon for emotional attachment, and if my Pokemon faints, he dies and I cannot use it anymore, so rest in peace. The 4 additional rules are, I have 12 lives plus the life 0, so 13 lives in general. In this game, everything will be randomized apart from 3 factors. The type, the stats of the Pokemon and the evolution line, that will stay the same. Some evolution lines have already the nicknames locked, that being if I found some of them, it's going to be a nickname that I already choose. Why? Because I have friends and these friends love this Pokemon. I'm going to explain it on the run 0. Yes, it's going to be a run 0, don't worry, it's going to be skippable. If I forget to nickname any Pokemon, that Pokemon can be used, but if he dies, it's gonna cost me 2 lives. That being said, the 5th rule and unofficial rule is that I'm sorry for the bad quality, I have no idea why it happens. That being said, I will leave you to run 0. This is going to be called run 0 because I lost pretty quick and I forgot to randomize the moves. I'm going to use this section to explain a bit of things, like what is happening and why the quality is so bad. Well, the quality is so bad because I was live streaming, but my little PC don't hold up. And so I need to record and live stream in a lower quality. And if I open Google, it starts lagging! How is that nice, right? So normally I would reset, but being that I was with my one viewer, thank you Onir99, I just said, okay, just roll it, let's do this, but by the length of the section you understand that I'm not going really far. For what is happening, I started stream with some friends and the only friend who was streaming was Bloom. So we decided that I started streaming because I knew my way around it in some way because I helped her. I am one of the main helper for the stream. And she said, okay, you can stream on my channel if you want to, because building up it's difficult, but please do not do anything dangerous. And so I decided, okay, I will do Pokemon. So yes, I'm going to live stream every Thursday from 6:30 PM on the Italian time. So I don't know which American, etc. But I'm going to do a commentary in English because I know the majority of my public is in English. So yeah, I hope you are going to enjoy this. Second thing, I am Italian with a family of origin of Peru. So yes, I'm Italian pizza pasta mandolino. I was born and raised in Italy, but my heritage is Peruvian and I learned English in school, so I know 3 languages. You can comment in any language and I will respond and I will try to submit subtitles for every language I know. Please, just give me time. Please. Other things, I use a PNG tuber. Is that thing that's bouncing on the screen, you see, yeah, or crying, or except for my mood and what I choose to feel in that second. Yes, that's me, that's totally me, that's my representation. Don't even doubt it for a second. And why does not my mouth opens like a normal person? Because I am not normal, baby. Well, you see, this run is not going to last forever, and yeah, it just ended. Sad. So I restarted the run, I called myself Nigel, I called the rival Onir, I took the object from the PC, and I had to say goodbye to my mother. Mamá, hola, me voy a ir de la casa para hacer mi destino. ¡Mamá! Mamá, te quiero, mamá. No me dejes ir, mamá. Mamá. So my adventure begins. Professor Oak stopped me from going to the tall grass and gave me the choice of 3 Pokemons. Paziente, Onir. Chikorita, not bad. Trico, not bad. And Ralts. Not knowing what to choose, I made Onir choose, and he wanted Trico, so I took Ralts. Dovrebbe essere giusto, Bulbasaur, Charmander, sì. I called my newfound Ralts Raul, and then we fought against Onir and this Trico. But they really had no chance with us, so yeah, we won pretty easily, and then we went to fetch the package for Professor Oak. Yeah, it was an adventure. We found many Pokemons, and I just found out that Raul wasn't very good at fighting, not at all. Like, please do something, please. And so after delivering the package, Professor Oak gave us the Pokédex and 5 Pokéballs. And you know what that means? It's time to get some Pokétto Monster. Ok, vai. Primer Pokémon de ruta que es un Anorit. Merda.
How we feeling out there tonight? Yeah, I am not feeling good.
Called the newfound Anorit Osvaldo, even though I wasn't really happy about it, and I went straight to my mom to cure him. In this time I started to put the PNGs on the team, but I started lagging, etc. Nonetheless, the show must go on, and so I put Anorit in first so he can gain some experience. But Dio santissimo. Perché non mi poteva capitare Sidra? Era così bello Sidra. Aspetta. Veloce. No, credo che sia le cache di Google. Maledette cache di Google. Aspetta. Ah, il bello è che nella registrazione questo sarà perfettamente uncut. Io sarò lì con maledette cache di Google. Maledette cache di Google. Cioè proprio così io sarò. Non mi interessa. Sì, io non aprirò più Google d'ora in poi, mi sa, durante la cosa qua. Perché perdo i fotogrammi. È inutile negarlo, perdo i fotogrammi. Quindi gli unici che rimarranno saranno Anorit e saranno Ralts nel layout, ma neanche. Yes. Anzi, però detto questo, spero di non perderne più. Invece continuo a perderlo. Ah beh, me ne farò una ragione. Laga ancora? Ma Stanish non era quella che faceva. No. Osvaldo e Marto. Osvaldo e Marto. Osvaldo e Marto. Yeah, I was really upset that Osvaldo died. Yeah, surely. Well, I deposited Osvaldo in the deathbots and I went to Route 22, where I hoped to find some better Pokemon. And perso Osvaldo e Frame. Poetico. È poetica. Questa è poetica, signori. Ho perso Osvaldo e anche Frame. Assolutamente. Sto continuando a perdere Frame, Vabbè. 1. Vediamo. Posso risolverlo? Non credo. Che pascoli, non dovevo aprire Google. No. Oh. Tu fatti cattura qua, Fatti cattura qua, 1. Io. Ti prego. Entra. 1, 2. Niente. Che? Ok, tecnicamente è la più... sono dal punto di vista probabilistico quello più alto. Quindi 1, 2. Uno. Niente, oh Matti, non vuoi venire? Matti, te devi decidere. O mori o vieni con me. Decidete. Quindi 1, 2, 3. Goccia. Ora però devo arrivare fino al centro Pokémon. So as you can see, I caught her, but she was poisoned and at red life. I hope that she had a little bit of more of PS, but yeah, she had only one. So it meant that if I moved, she did. She did. And guess what? E ora, esatto. She did. And so I went to deposit her because I caught her. She wasn't technically my Pokemon. I took a life from my total and then I went to Route 2 in hope that I found another Pokemon. And oh, nessun Pokémon deve farsi catturare da me. Yeah, that happened. And so I needed to train Raul to the max, because it was my starter and I really needed some strong Pokemon. Yeah, I started going back at it, but the problem is that at every Pokemon I encountered, Raul suffered so much that I had to go back to the Pokemon Center like for 5 times, and I found only 5 Pokemons, and I found it that ridiculous. Raul, Raul, you're useless. Raul. I also tried to go to Viridian Forest, but I found a Registeel, and I bailed. I went like, nope. Yes, so I came to a conclusion. If this run has to end, I will end it in my own terms. Se dobbiamo morire, moriamo con onore. Vai. Ti mostrerò cosa sono capace di fare. Vai, Rals. Markrow. Come metti là? Oh. Al momento mi va di culo. A prepotenza. Ah, stronzo. Li mortacci tua. Vabbè. Doveva andare così. So I restarted the run. I called myself Nigel. I called the rival Onir. And was ready to go. I checked the object on the PC. It was a berry that cured poisoning. How convenient! Questo forse era un Mudkip a venire con me se mi arriva. Questo arriverà a forzarlo. Porca trota. Ah! Revenge plans apart, before going, I had to do one thing. Mamma, me ne vado di casa. Me voy. Mamma. Gue. Mamma, te quiero. Te adoro. Mamma. After this emotional moment, I went on with the game, etc, etc, etc. I did all the stuff. To be honest, I wasn't feeling really optimistic about it all, you know. The last run pretty destroyed my hopes and dreams. Until... Larviton? No. Nidoran? Lui. Yes. As you can see, I was excited to the fact that it was a Sphere and it was female, so I called her Nigel-chan. And I felt ready to conquer all the Kanto region, to defeat all the trainers with my little Nigel-chan. Ok, questa è la run blessata, ragazzi. Questa è la run blessata. Questa non state capendo quanto è blessata come run. Vai, 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 vai. Mister, venga. Venga, venga, venga. Incontriamoci, dai. Su, su. Tu non sai quanto è blessata questa run. Io ho seguito il mio cuore. Vai, Nigel-chan! Sì, ce l'ho avuta. Guarda quanto è cicciotto. Oh oh, oh oh, oh oh. Iniziamo con Crush! Frenzy Plant. Needless to say, I was pretty bummed out by the death of Nigel-chan. Ma è possibile che... Ma io mi chiedo... È possibile? Seriamente? Ma... Non credevo fosse possibile, Sadness apart, yes, I restarted the run, I called myself Nigel, I called the rival Onir, I checked the PC, and I was ready to say goodbye to my mother. Again. Me voy a la casa para seguir mis sueños de jugador Pokémon. Gue. Mamá. You should know the drill by now. Professor Oak stopped me from going through the tall grass and gave me the option of 3 Pokémons. Geodude, no. Totodile, sì. Nidoran, no. Totodile. Vediamo. I decided to call him Sobek as the Egyptian god. I defeated Onir with his Geodude and went on to retrieve Oak's parcel, then to be given the Pokédex and the Pokéballs. Oh, one thing, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm not going to use legendaries because their catch rate is too low and also because their statistics are so high that will ruin the game. Well, new Pokeballs means new Pokemon, so let's see what I get. Primer Pokémon en ruta che è un Raidon. Buono Raidon, buono. Raidon, not bad. Che caspio. Au. Aia. Come Sacrifier. No. Ti do uno Sweet Kiss. Wow. Bellino te. Ok. 1, 2, 3. Gotcha. After a lot of pondering, I decided to call her Katrina, and I went on with my adventure. I checked their abilities. Lightning Road is not so bad, but not so good. And I discovered that Sobek was romantic, or at least dense. So, I went on, I bought some new Pokeballs, and added to Route 22 in hope to discover some new friend to bring in our adventure. Primer Pokémon en ruta que es un Claydol. You know where this is going. I will speed up the fight because it's pretty slow, and also I want to tell you that I forgot that Ice Ball was cumulative damage, and that brings... Oh no! 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 Sì, era cumulativo! Porca puttana, era cumulativo! Perché non mi fido di me stesso? Perché non mi fido di me stesso? Era cumulativo! Porca trota, era cumulativo! Dio santo! E abbiamo perso Sobek. Pokémon di cui mi fidavo. Yeah, I was pretty salty about all these shenanigans. And so I decided to call that Claydol Kokeshi. No particular reason. I don't hate the creator Kokeshi, but you know, it reminded me of a Japanese doll, and I said, yeah, Kokeshi. And so I went to train my Pokemon to make them the very best, like no one ever was, and also added to Route 2 to, you know, find a replacement for Sobek. I really like that Pokemon. Sableye! Dio santo, raga, ma che avete con Revenge? Fatto bene, Dio. Ok, non vuoi venire con me? Va bene, d'accordo. Dio santo. Yeah, this run is not going so well, but I didn't lose hope and I start training my Pokemon. I started with Katrina because I had more confidence in her moveset, and also because I still had a grudge against Kokeshi. Well, I went to the Route 2 to train, and this happened. Ero almeno a livello 6, 1, 7 l'altro. Warfish! Warfish! Io sfiga, inutile, sfiga oggi, sfiga. So with Katrina dead, I had only Kokeshi, and reluctantly, it was my only Pokemon. And so I decided to go to Viridian Forest, in hope that I found my savior. Del Colosseo, a bere un po' me sto. Cherry Berry, Cherry, da quando ti ho visto penso solo a te. C'è Zofa! C'è il Salvatore! And it seems my prayers were answered. I got a Ponyta that I will call Zofa in honor of one of my streamer friends. Yes, I was really ecstatic about it because it also seemed to have a good moveset. The only thing I had to do was to catch him. How naive I was. Non l'ho curato. Vabbè, Zofa vieni con me subito perché è il mio grande fan, vero Zofa? 1, 2, 3. Zofa! Come ne? Zofa! Pure Stab. Zofa, vieni. Zofa, attenzione, esatto, attenzione. Zofa, fatti catturare. 1, 2. Dio santo. Zapa, perché mi odi? Perché mi odi, Zapa? I have no words to describe how much I was suffering that moment. That being said, thank you for listening to all my rants, thank you for staying until the end of this video. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe, whatever you want, I am not going to judge. And remember, next week we'll start the actual run I am doing on stream with my newfound team. I hope I see you soon again, and addio. Oh, one thing before going. Era bellissimo! Nigel Chan!